morning,
Good
everybody.
morning.
Thank you for joining us on this, what is it, Tuesday morning?
Tuesday, November 1st.
November 1st.
Terrific Tuesday.
Terrific Tuesday. Before we get started and before you guys get filled in on what's looking, or what weather is looking like today as we start off the new month, you can always watch this again and listen to this on your own time by going to our InForum YouTube channel. You can find us on your favorite podcast platform, and you can find us on inforum.com/podcast under InForum Minute. Now to weather, it seems like we're getting a nice warm welcome to the month.
Yeah, it was a warm end to October.
Yeah.
Very dry though, October. I talked about that this morning in First News. The 12th driest October in recorded history in Fargo.
Yeah.
Driest since 1986. Ooh. We're about 2 inches below the average amount of rainfall we get in the total month of October this past October. So we needed rain. We needed rain
Desperately.
or something,
Yeah.
especially before it starts to freeze up. So. Other things, it's been, of course, been very nice. It's been warm, it's been mild. Another nice day today. No wind, temperatures mid to upper 60s. Running about 20 to 25 degrees above average.
You can't even lie. That's like the perfect weather, too.
It is.
It's like the most comfortable for people in this region, I think.
Get outside, do something, enjoy kind of these last few days of the nice weather before things kind of take a second.
Tomorrow will be nice again. A little breezy. A little breezier, probably closer to 70 for a lot of us. Some of us might hit 70. And then I don't want to talk about the rest of it.
Yeah, and you have to be watching First News because Lydia's got the whole 10-day forecast, and she really details all the changes that are about to happen. Which is, it's time to start preparing. So
it is for sure.
Right.
Layering up. That's what's
yeah, layer up soon.
Thanks, Dillon. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Dillon. Okay. So yeah, that is what's going on in the weather department. But of course, today we want to get you filled in on some of our top headlines of the morning. So starting in West Fargo, if you have an arrest warrant, there you are going to be taking a trip to court if you want, I guess. Not for the reasons that you're thinking of, probably. It's not to, get your cuffs slapped on you or what it is, but it's actually more so to just get it off your record, which is pretty nice. So the city is actually looking to clear 1,600 active arrest warrants issued by the city's municipal court. And it's doing that through its Second Chance event. So the warrants are for smaller crimes and situations, so like drunk driving. It could be for driving without a license, traffic violations, failing to pay some fines and things like that. So the judge says, okay, again, this isn't like a trap. It's not to arrest people. It's just so that they can get people out of jail, which is already overcrowded, and we know that since the start of the pandemic.
Yeah, it's been kind of one of those ongoing issues.
Oh,
and it's one of those things that they just want to clear it up, like you said,
exactly.
as best as they can anyway.
So if you are interested in going to that, just a reminder, that Second Chance event is going to be taking place from 1:30 to 3:30 this afternoon at West Fargo Municipal Court.
Also new this morning, a man who led police on a high-speed chase in Wilkins County is now behind bars. That chase started on Minnesota State Highway 108, right on the border of Wilkin and Otter Tail counties. After police tried to pull this guy over for a traffic stop, that's when the chase was initiated. He drove away, obviously. The officers say that the driver, John Jensen, was from Morris, Minnesota. And now get this is kind of the scary part. Speeds in this chase topping more than 100 miles an hour. So anytime you're talking about those types of speeds, of course, there's high risk, danger involved for all parties, including bystanders or motorists on the road. Jensen, he also ran several stop signs during this chase. The chase ended up ending in a ditch near Wilkin County Road 10. Jensen is facing charges of DUI, fleeing, and possession of a controlled substance. And, one of those things we're going to keep following in a dangerous situation there.
Lydia's about to go on pretty soon here, so I wanted to address a question that I just saw. And Tammy had asked, is drunk driving a smaller crime? And I asked that exact same question this morning. It's not a small crime by any means. Give me 1 second.
Tuesday morning, and if we look outside, you can see the sun is now up over the horizon. A couple of thin wispy clouds out there. You can see some of those, especially when you look up to the north. Seeing a little bit of that on the Grand Forks Tower Count. But now that the sun is up, these temperatures will start to boost. So we are mainly sitting in the 30s right now. We're right on 30 at Forks, so 33 here in Fargo. We get a light wind out of the south at about 5 to 15. Paired with that sunshine helps to warm us up. And temperatures do top off in the 60s this afternoon.
Thank you, Lydia.
Yeah, I think that's important to address, though. Like drunk driving is certainly not a small crime. I think the thing that they want to get through, though, is like it's not your felony crimes and those types of incidences.
Exactly.
And I don't know that drunk driving really falls in the same category as a speeding ticket or an unpaid fine.
Right.
But in this case, it's just one of the things that they are looking to free up in the court system.
Exactly. And it's not like, these are deadly drunk driving accidents. It's just someone who might have been a little bit over the, whatever it is.
Yeah,
so it's not.
Not trying to minimize the
Right.
offense, but that just happens
And
to
that's
fall in the category that they're addressing
Exactly.
in this situation.
Exactly, and I think that was a great question because I had the same exact question this morning too. So we talked about that as a team this morning. Okay, but sticking in Wilkin County, Minnesota, actually, we know that authorities there are looking into a really big, out-of-control grass fire after they found a body. So police and firefighters, they responded to a call on Sunday for a large grass fire just across 2 farmsteads. This was just north of the Atherton State Wildlife Management Area. So we know multiple vehicles, semis were burned. I did read this morning as well that several buildings nearby, like sheds and things like that, they were very much threatened because this was going across 2 farmsteads. Someone nearby, though, told police that there was a man who lived in that area and he was unaccounted for. He was missing, and deputies later did find his body after searching the farmstead that he was last seen at. So right now, of course, we are just trying to figure out who that man is and, of course, what caused this fire. So you can stick with us as we continue following some developments on
Yeah,
that.
we're also working to learn the name of a man who fled police during a traffic stop.
Yeah.
A viewer sent us a video of that. If you haven't seen it, check out our website, InForum.com. Check out
Definitely.
the video of that. It's pretty kind of scary video
Yeah.
of that chase and the end of the chase. It happened on Highway 75. Police used stop sticks. The driver attempted to avoid them by swerving into the ditch, and that's where that video really comes into play.
Yeah.
You can see the car tipped over, a ton of damage. Now, the 30-year-old that was the driver was from Henning, Minnesota. They were trapped in the car following the crash. They had to actually be cut out by rescue crews. They were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and that driver did have an open warrant for his arrest in Cass County. He's now facing fleeing charges in Clay County. However, we don't know for sure, but it doesn't look like he's been booked into the Clay County jail yet. We're going to continue checking the jail logs throughout the morning.
Absolutely, we will. Also this morning, police are asking for your help piecing together a murder-suicide that happened in Grand Forks. We know that the Grand Forks woman who was shot by her son, 53-year-old Jennifer Harrison, she was shot last Wednesday by her son, and she has now died. Officers say that they were able to find her inside her home with an obvious gunshot wound, is exactly the words that they used. And they also found her son dead in the driveway as well with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Again, this is all confirmation and confirmed info that we got from police. Now investigators are just trying to figure out how this shooting even happened, what led up to it. So if you have any information that could help them, just contact Grand Forks Police.
Sad story.
Yeah.
A man in Staples, Minnesota is actually okay after being shot by someone in a vehicle. Police responded to this assault on Sunday night on County Road 21. The victim was driving south when he was struck in the leg by a bullet from a passing vehicle. So someone shot at him as the cars were going by each other.
Really scary situation.
The suspect continued north and then possibly went west on Minnesota 210. The victim was unable to provide any specific details of the suspect because it was dark outside when this all happened. So, of course, things were too dark to see exactly what was going on. That incident does remain under investigation.
Yeah. We also now know the name of a man whose body was found in the Red River over the weekend. I know that was a huge talker over the weekend. So we now know that 32-year-old Philip Bergquist was actually pulled from the river on Sunday morning. They're still waiting for autopsy results, though, so those have not yet come out. But Bergquist's body was found right near the Yemcom Center, as we've been reporting on. And again, death is still under investigation. But anyone with information can contact Fargo Police.
Let's take a look at some national headlines news, some pretty big breaking news out of the medical industry
Yeah.
today. Promising update for families and either with babies or who are expecting babies. After looking at preliminary data from Pfizer's RSV vaccine, the FDA is now giving it the green light to move forward with the vaccine approval process. We kind of looked deeper into this morning, and it's a vaccine that works by vaccinating a pregnant person who then passes on some of those protective antibodies to the infant. The company also says that the same vaccine has shown promising data in adults 65 years and older, which is great news as well. We'll continue to follow this for you and let you know once Pfizer applies for official approval.
And I was just hearing on some national news outlets like ABC this morning that that approval might not happen until the closer to the end of the year. So that's something that we'll definitely look into. But yeah, really big news because I know RSV is spreading around, especially in really, really young kids, babies. So very promising news there. Also, we have some recent breaking news just in as well. Rapper Takeoff is dead. He was shot in Houston overnight. Takeoff is a part of Migos, the group, and he was shot and killed last night. But we do know right now it has been confirmed by several major media outlets. Takeoff was part of that trio, again, of rappers that made up the group Migos, and he was just 28 years old.
Sad.
Yeah, really
Tragedy.
sad.
Continuing coverage of that bridge collapse over in India, 9 people have now been arrested over that collapse of the pedestrian bridge, like we said, happened in India. Police say the suspects are all associated with an electrical appliance company. Now, this is kind of interesting because that company was working on the bridge before it collapsed and was when it was reopened.
Yeah.
They're all being investigated for culpable homicide, which is not murder, but of course still very implicates them into what happened
in
in the
simpler
tragedy.
terms, correct.
Yeah. Around 200 people were on that bridge when it collapsed. That was on Sunday night. 134 people, including 30 children, have died from that incident.
So insane. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about some fun stuff. Powerball jackpot.
Yeah.
That's a big talker this morning because it just climbed to $1.2 billion. I can't even fathom that amount of money.
So much.
But it does come again because no one won last night's drawing, and so the cash value of the grand prize right now sits at nearly $600 million. I want it. But the next Powerball drawing is tomorrow night at 9. Again, if someone is lucky enough to get these winning numbers, it's going to be the second biggest jackpot in Powerball history, 4th biggest in the history of U.S. lottery. So that is just insane.
Until that Powerball number is drawn, there's still hope.
Yeah, there's still hope. Maybe I'll go stop by and get some.
Super cool.
Lottery tickets.
Of course, we have Hot Mic with Dom coming up at 9 a.m. this morning, goes to 11. A lot of big sports news. Obviously, I think we're going to be going into week 9 of the NFL season. Some big college matchups as well.
Oh, gosh.
FCS season with Bison and all the other local teams are starting to wrap up the last few weeks here. So big games for seeding as the playoffs get closer too. So all that's going to be covered on Hot Mic.
Yeah. Okay, and don't forget for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to InForum.com. I have no idea how long this offer lasts, so take advantage of it while you can. Here's how you do it. InForum.com/subscribe, and then it'll direct you to that page, and it'll give you a bunch of other options to subscribe to our news outlet. So, really exciting stuff. Again, don't forget, we have our 11 o'clock newscast on WDAY in about 3 hours maybe. And of course, we got you covered in the evenings as well, starting at 4, going to 5, 6, 9, all the way until 10. We will be back here tomorrow morning from 5 to 7.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.